accidents, like going to school and there's 3 cars on the right shoulder because they rear-ended each other. But the main accident was down a couple miles later where some car had got hidden on the other side. Like he's going along and maybe another car, the guy says, oh, I have to get off. So then he just swerves over, not noticing the other car, and sideswipes him. And apparently out of the local community colleges, ours, the one that has the most accidents. Like a car's going through the parking lot, and the next thing you know, around the corner, another car hits it. You know, people going too fast. Or some girls walking through the parking lot, like, oh, I have to get to class. And she doesn't even notice the other cars in the parking lot, like, oh, you gotta stop for me. And I'm now taking intermediate algebra in 2 parts, because it had taken me 3 times to do elementary algebra before this last past year when I actually passed it. And I'm happy in this class, kind of, because of the fact one person said they'd already taken this 3 times, and another person said, I've taken intermediate algebra 5 times. So that makes me feel a little better. And the teacher's doing this class in 2 parts because some people, it takes them harder to learn, harder to digest the information. So in 1 semester, that's too much. And I'm also taking a theater arts class of sound editing. Now when I told my friend this, he's like, oh, you're finally taking a class. Oh, you're finally taking a class like you're interested in. Like, oh, any of the other classes I've taken, like anthropology or music appreciation, history, no, none of those would be interesting to him, I think. And the sound editing class is interesting because it deals with television, theater arts, movies, and radio, and maybe it could help me make my videos a little better. And like the first 2 days, our teacher wasn't even there because he was doing some project up in Oregon. So the second day of class, our teacher's some guy who's working on the current Fox show this fall, Back to You, starring Kelsey Grammer and Patricia Heaton. And he's like, the first show I ever worked on was head of the class, which is pretty interesting. Like you can meet some pretty, interesting people.